Hello, and welcome to the Wayfaring Panda. I'm Annette. Today I'm participating in the Mix It Up Monday Hop, which is put on by Tara from the Paper Snob. And it's a social media hop where we share projects that mix it up. We're mixing up a traditional scrapbook layout with some different types of media such as texture paste, foil, paint, ink, spray, gesso, thread, stitching. The sky's the limit. Anyone is welcome to play along. Today's sketch is designed by Cassandra Tooth from crazycraftobsession.com. So to start with, I'm using a 12 by 12 piece of paper from 49 and Market, and this came from the color Swatch charcoal collection. And I'm using a burlap stencil from Tim Holtz, as well as the blending tool and some Lost Shadow Distress ink. I'm putting it in the opposite corners of where the splatters are on the sketch. For the splatters, I'm using some Frozen Fog Distress Mica stain, and it's like a silver color, which will be great because I'm finishing up the photo album I'm making for a girl that lives in Mexico, and the pictures I'm doing right now are of her quinceañera, and her colors were black and silver. So this paper and this spray stain go really well with that. If you haven't used any mica sprays in the past, the mica kind of settles down on the bottom, so you have to shake it quite a bit so there's no more of the mica on the bottom. That way when you spray it, you'll get a mixture of the spray as well as the mica. I do apologize, my throat's a little raspy, but it's been that way most of the week because I go outside a lot and I live in Missouri, so it's kind of the change of seasons right now with lots of pollen in the air. Didn't take too long for the mica mist to dry. I just went and matted my photos and had dinner while I was waiting for it to dry. So the largest square you see on the bottom is the paper where I'm going to put my journaling card. And actually what I did is I just took the letter that she had written me about her birthday party and kind of resized it so that it would fit on the layout. So I'm leaving that part off because I don't want to give away personal information. If you've never used 49 and Market before, their papers are very heavy. In fact, it's heavier than my mixed media paper. So that's why I could spray right onto this without a problem. And also, since the background is so nice, I didn't want to cut just the sides of the paper for my layout. I wanted to use the whole sheet. So I'm using these border strips that I have from Creative Memories to divide it into 3 panels. I didn't attach the matting for my journaling card or the photo yet because I'm going to do some more mixed media, but I just wanted to place them on my paper so I can see where I wanted to put the border strips. I decided I wanted to put some of these rub-ons from 49 on Market in the corners where the clusters are going to be, and these come from the Nature Study Foliage Rub-On Transfer Set, and this is actually the first time I've ever used rub-ons, so it was kind of a cool experience. And I really do like how they came out. So you just kind of take off the white paper and cut out the one that you want, the area you want, and put it down and then just rub it. If you lift up the plastic gently, you can look and see if all of it is coming off, and if not, then just keep rubbing it until it all has come off and you're ready to pull up the plastic. I adhere my borders down with my Nuvo Deluxe glue. I'll put a list of all the products that I'm using in the description below. Some of these will be affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra to use, but I do get a small commission from any sales that the links generate, and that helps support my channel. The cardstock that I use for matting is just an old paper that I got from Stamping Up, and I think it's called Ruby, but they may not make that anymore because I got this a long time ago. But I thought it went great with the layout, and I'm using mounting squares to attach my photo and the matting for the journaling card. Then I decided to use these butterfly stamps from Stampin' Up and also a silver stamp pad to add some butterflies to the layout. For my clusters and extra embellishments, I'm using this Artoptions from 49 and Market, and it's the Rouge collection. Started trying out different pieces from the collection. I decided I didn't like the spray of flowers because that didn't look good as the cluster and also covered up the rub-ons. So then I started looking for smaller individual pieces that I could build together in a cluster. The girl I'm making this for really only had black and silver in her Kensiana, but she also likes red. She likes a combination of black and red, so that's why I'm deciding to put the red on here. And also I made a companion page to this, so I put red on that one also. And since there's so much green in the photo with the grass, I added some green. I'll also put a link to the other page that I made with this. There's the companion page, and I also used 49 in Market for that. The sketch didn't show any embellishment on the picture, but I really liked the locket with the photo, so I glued it onto the bottom right of the photo. Also in the sketch, it has 2 photos, so I thought that that would stretch it out a little bit. You don't always have to use the exact size or number of photos that are in a sketch. Just change up the sketch to match what you do have. And now that I have all of my items how I want them in the cluster, I just start using my Nuvo Deluxe glue to glue them all down. And as I move up to the top, then I arrange those how I want them before gluing them. As I mentioned earlier, this is part of a YouTube hop, the Mix It Up Monday, and there is a playlist, so I'll put the playlist at the end of this video so that you can just click that to see all the other videos. I encourage you to hop along to get a lot of more great ideas. There's so many people that's on this hop that are very talented and can show you ideas. I've learned a lot of different things watching all these different creators. It's also fun to see how several people took the same sketch and came up with something entirely different. For our final embellishment, I'm using the Pearl Satin Pops of Color, and I have to say this is probably my favorite of the Pops of Color. It has a really nice pearlescent look, so it gives it a nice polished look that's very sophisticated, but not gaudy. Then I added some silver glitter Pops of Color up by the locket. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And if you're not already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day.